Hello again, everyone. I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hoban Blake.
Welcome to On the Aisle. Please like and subscribe to this channel.
Today's play, Data or Data, depending on whether you're talking about AI or the guy from Star Trek. In this case, it's the AI one. It's a play about a subject that, it's been done. There was McNeil last year with Robert Downey Jr., and it's evidently a difficult subject to handle on stage, but I liked the way they handled it very much. There's a guy named Manish. He's played by Karan Brar. He's a very shy, very self-effacing young man of Indian descent. And it seems that he has an algorithm that he developed as his undergraduate thesis that the company he works for has figured out a way of using as an immigration app in some way. His boss, Alex, played by Justin Min, finds out that he's the one who has this particular AI and wants it and starts buttering him up and trying to get him to give it over.
And then there's Riley, played by Sophia Lillis, the only female in the moral compass of the piece. And finally,
his best friend, Jonah, played by Brandon Flynn, whom we saw play Marlon Brando in Kowalski. His best friend is one of these bra guys.
I should point out that his friend is also his current supervisor. They're in low-level positions. Manish, having created this brilliant program, wants nothing to do with it. He has copyrighted it. He has buried it. And he's afraid of releasing it to the world. In this case, his company wants it for an immigration program. And here's where the play gets interesting. Manish is the son of immigrants. Alex, who's the big boss, is himself an immigrant, which sets up a debate because Alex is saying, well, if this program were functional, I would have gotten into the country earlier. But Manish runs the algorithm, and he realizes that if this program had been in effect when his parents tried to immigrate, they would not have been accepted into the country. And that is one of the rare moments where I found the play to be of interest.
I was on the edge of my seat for the whole show. And so was the person on my right, who was my friend, and so was the person on my left, who I didn't know. We leaned forward. We wanted to hear what was going to happen next. And I thought they did it extremely well in almost a vacuum. They're playing a metaphorical game of ping-pong. And, of course, the ping-pong is not only the actual game, but it's are they going to get the AI? Are they not going to get the AI for this nefarious purpose? And
it's not necessarily nefarious, or is it? That is part of what I wish the play had dealt in more. You know, is Alex as evil as we make him out to be, or is he trying to help people like himself?
No, Alex is evil. See, that's the problem. You didn't pick a side, and I did. Alex is definitely.
Oh, no. I definitely I did pick a side. I was on Manish's side. That's for sure. Okay. Which is maybe why the play disappointed me, because the character of Manish disappointed me. The decisions he makes, what he ultimately decides to do, I felt, well, let's just say I thought it was a cop-out. And I didn't like the way the play handled the topic. I also didn't think the play properly debated the topic. It puts up some questions, as did McNeil, but it's so hard to get to the meat of the matter. They just don't know where to take it. I think Person of Interest, which is a television show that was like 20 years ago, actually handled the topic better, even though AI was not a thing the way it is today.
And also several seasons long, so they had a lot of time to debate and figure and work on things.
I don't think making this play longer would have helped it.
Well, I just want to get to the play is written by Matthew Libby, directed by Tyne Raffelli. I really like Tyne Raffelli's work. I just think she's getting better and better. The set was by someone named Marcia Ginsburg. The set was just a big empty space with a ping pong table, and occasionally a table was brought in and a desk was brought in and things were taken out, so that it was pretty much an empty space for the most part. Costumes, Enver Chakratas. We saw his work when we saw Tartuffe. And I thought, all those frilly, lacy restoration outfits. And here he's got a couple of guys in, T-shirts and jeans. And I thought, The life of a costume designer. What a wonderful world we live in.
Sir, obviously, this is a very versatile costume designer, but let me get to the ping pong games. And as
Okay.
someone who's been playing ping pong pretty much all his life, or most of his life, I have to tell you, I found the ping pong.
Marty Supreme, I knew I'd find you.
I found the ping pong matches to be about as exciting as the play, which is to say, not very
They
exciting
weren't
at all.
matches. It says in the script, which we were given to read if we wanted to, it says in the very beginning of the script, they don't have to play well, but they have to play consistently back and forth. They just have to volley back and forth. And that's what they did. You saw it a lot earlier in the run. I saw it later. They were volleying. That's all they had to do.
They were volleying, big deal. And I didn't feel it enhanced anything. Got to play a game, and you should not have to read the script to be able to understand the
But
play.
it was obviously a metaphor. It was not, ping pong itself was not the object of what
obvious. Yes, that I will agree with you on.
That being said, what would you give this?
I would give this 2 3/4 playbills, and I will acknowledge the fact that you saw it later in the run,
Yeah.
so maybe certain aspects have improved, but to me, the basic story, which unless they rewrote it, which they didn't, is going to be the same, and I was disappointed.
I will say, seeing it later in the run, though, we're at war now. We weren't at war when you saw it, and there just was a big kerfuffle about in the real world about AI and whether the president was allowed to take someone's AI and put unmanned weaponry out into the world using AI. And I thought, my God, so it meant a great deal more to me when I saw it than it could possibly have meant to you when you saw it.
Perhaps.
And I will
But
give
again,
it. I will give it a 4, just to finish mine. Okay.
All right. And that is our show for today. When you go to the theater, look for Leslie and me.
Us two on the aisle.
But no ping pong rackets. We're not taking
Well,
ping pong rackets.
maybe, I don't know. A little badminton. We could do that.
So, how about we just sit here and talk? We sit here and talk, and I do my best to convince you that this is where you belong.
We could really use someone like you.
You want my help?
I just want to do the right thing.
This is the future I'm navigating us towards, Manish.
I mean, has Athena really never made specialized software before that would require so much computational power?
The innate philosophical truth at the core of everything we do, Manish, is simple. We are our data.
But that's it. Fuck with human rights. Hit and run. Never look back.
Fuck with human rights? Is that what we're talking about here?
I thought if I just did what I was supposed to do, got an education, got a job, worked hard, became secure, I thought everyone did that because it gives your life meaning.
They're gonna consolidate immigrant data into one system, a unified governmental system that can provide a score of a human's value.
It's a geopolitical reality. Data is the language of our time, and like all languages, its narratives will be written by the victors.